Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Monday to me. It is currently Monday morning, and as promised in January's Perfect Neutral Eye tutorial, I am going to be uploading one eyeshadow tutorial a month this year. A lot of you definitely liked that idea in last month's video, so if you're familiar with my channel, you know this is not really my area of comfort or expertise when it comes to YouTube videos. I just don't really have the camera set up to do like these amazing tutorials, but you guys really seem to like the way that I do my eyeshadow. So today I'm going to show you this look over here on this eye, and I'm going to be using a new to me eyeshadow palette. This is not a new release from Smashbox or anything, but this is the Smashbox Cover Shot eyeshadow in Minimalist. I really love these Cover Shot eyeshadow palettes. I have several. Here's just a few that I have pulled for my everyday makeup drawer for January and February. And what I really like about these is, first off, the price point. I feel like $29 is a very fair price point for the selection of eyeshadows that you're getting here. The quality is really good. Are they up to like Viseart standards in my eyes? No, but they're really, really easy to work with. There is good pigmentation. The shadows stay put. Now, I use a primer because I have to. I have really oily eyelids, so that's a must for me. But they stay put all day. It allows me to get a very natural, like neutral, everyday kind of look very easily. But they're buildable enough to create a smoky eye for like a date night. I just feel like they're very versatile. They're small, so they're travel friendly. I do like this design that they all have where the image changes once you tilt it and twist it around. You usually get depending on the palette, some of them are all matte. So, oh, and here's Penny. Some of them have a mix of matte and shimmer / pearl finishes. This one has a really nice mix of matte and shimmer. And you are getting what I loved about this one is you're getting like a really kind of nice cool toned quad over here, and then a really nice neutral toned quad over here. Obviously, you can, go between all of the shadows, but I do like how they are laid out. I'll just kind of show you here maybe. So here is the matte eye palette. So these are all matte, but you can see here that they also did a kind of nice cool version over here and then a slightly warmer version over there. And here's one more. This is one of my favorites. This is Punked. I will, by the way, everything that I have on my face and whatever I'm showing you here, I will put a link for in the description box down below. Punked this is definitely, I would say, like my all-time favorite. This has quite a few purples, and this is mostly a cool-toned eyeshadow palette. I really like cool-toned eyeshadows. With my gray hair, I think that cool tones tend to look a little bit more flattering on me, but that's not to say that I don't still wear neutral or warm eyeshadows. I just have to be a little bit more particular about the way that I do it. I have, by the way, done a slightly more neutral, warm look with this side of the palette, and it looked great on me. Obviously, if you decide to pick this up, definitely try all the shadows. Don't just limit yourself to this side if you have gray hair. So I'm going to show you this very neutral everyday eye look. I'm not going to do my mascara on camera today because I take forever to do that, and I don't want to make you guys sit through that. So I do, like I said, have an eye primer on right now. I'm using the Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer. This seems to be working pretty well. This used to make my eyes water. It doesn't anymore, so I don't know what changed. Maybe my eyes are not as sensitive, but anyway, I'm a happy camper about that. So I'm going to go ahead and take a kind of fluffy brush. And if you are looking to mimic this with shadows that you have in your collection, what you're looking for are these types of shades here. So something that is like, look for some cool toned taupes in your collection. I'm pretty sure in your many eyeshadow palettes, you have shades that are very similar if you don't want to pick this palette up. But I'm telling you, this is a fabulous palette if you're in the market for a new one. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this matte shade, which is called Deco, and I'm gonna put this all over my eye area to essentially prime the eye for the rest of the eyeshadow. The reason that I do this, just put it on this fluffy brush. The reason I do this is because I find that it helps me to blend the rest of the eyeshadows much more easily. I really like a very blended, diffused eyeshadow look. I am not the person who is going to sport a cut crease. I just don't think that that looks really realistic for my everyday life. I do work and I do interact with people, and I go out and I run errands, and I feel like I want something that just is kind of like a nice everyday neutral eyeshadow look. So for me, having things that are blended into a really nice gradient, like, I just feel a little bit more comfortable with that for an everyday basis. So this would definitely be, I feel like, an appropriate office eye look. Oh, I have a little fakie right there. So, but anyway, so now I'm taking a blending brush. This is a Zoeva brush, and it is the 227 Luxe Soft Definer, but just any type of blending brush will work. And what I'm gonna do is go between the shade Nude and Java, which is this guy right here. I feel like this sticker is on here wrong, but it's not. I don't know. If it were me, I would call this shade Java, not this one, but I don't know. No, sorry, this one's Java. How is this Java? That's not Java. Okay. I feel like this, it's not backwards though. It's the way it's supposed to be, I guess. Yeah, who knows? Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna take a mix between this one and this one just on my blending brush. So I'm literally going between the light and the darker, and I'm just kind of plopping that onto my brush. And then I'm going to, I'm just gonna close the palette really quickly. I'm gonna tap that into my brush. So what that does is it allows the shadow to sort of fall between the bristles instead of just sitting on the top of the bristles. It allows you to go in and place the product and then have a little bit of backup product in the bristles to intensify. Obviously you can also go back in and pick up more product, but I really like this way of doing it for myself because I feel like it makes it easier and a little bit faster and a little bit more efficient. So I'm going to place that in my crease. So I am putting it on my lid as well as into my crease. Ooh, garbage truck is here. We have our garbage pickup on Monday mornings. And quite frequently on Sunday night at like 10 p.m. when Craig and I are laying in bed, we sit up and we're like, duh, it's garbage day tomorrow. And sometimes they come super early in the morning, like 6 a.m. And sometimes they come at, what time is it? 9:30. It's 9:30 today. So anyway, so I have placed the bulk of the product into this outer part here. I do go slightly above my crease because the shape that I like for my eyeshadow is a little bit more of like a, I don't want to say winged, but like it goes, the eyeshadow goes over top of my crease just a little bit. It gives like a raised kind of cat eye effect almost. And you're just using shadow to do it and not liner, which is nice. I don't like a winged liner on myself. I can do it, but I don't know. It seems a little excessive for every day. So I've got kind of my first layer on there. Now I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade that I've been using, which is this nude. This really doesn't feel like nude. I think this sticker is wrong. But anyway, if you get it, those are the names. Again, I'm gonna tap that into my brush and go over the same areas that I did originally, bringing the shadow down onto the lid in the outer portion and leaving this just with that deco shade on the lid for now. And just lightly blend. Don't smash the brush into your crease, just lightly buff. You don't need to distort the bristles or anything, just kind of work at it. And then whatever is left. And it does help to sometimes move your face a little bit to get into different areas. So to get into the inner part of my crease, I just kind of raise my head up a little bit and then back and forth, just kind of blending that in. So you can see this, well, maybe not because it's kind of bright with the snow. But you can see there's just like a little bit of a gradient going up. And at this point, I'm done with the crease work, and I'm going to go into the shade Cinnamon, which is in between the two matte shades that I've been using. So this guy right here, and I'm going to use my pinky. Now you can use a brush, and it's fine to use a brush. I just want this to look a little bit more intense, a little bit more built up. So I'm going to take that Cinnamon and I'm going to place that just onto the inner half of my lid. So take a little more. Now this is creating some fallout. I can just brush that away. So I will do that. I use powder foundation, so I don't have to worry about cleaning up. I just take a clean brush, and because my face isn't sticky in any kind of way, the brush just sweeps the eyeshadow away, and I'm not left with streaks or anything because, again, there's nothing to stick to. Everything on my face is dry. I have very oily skin, so I use powder foundation. All right, so once I have that on there, I'm gonna go ahead and take my blender one more time and just make sure that the shimmer didn't get too far up into my crease, and it really didn't. So this looks good. Next, I'm gonna take a dark charcoal, this is the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Granite. I actually bought this for my brows back in the day. It was way too dark for my brows, so now I use the darker shade as my eyeliner. I also like powder eyeliner. I just find it lasts longer. And this is another Zoeva brush. This is a 322 brow line. And there are some Zoeva brushes that are sold at Ulta now, so if you would like to try these, I'll see if these are on the Ulta website and I'll link them down below for you. Okay, so, okay, I'm gonna try not to go out of frame. The way I like to do this is just follow my lash line essentially and make it a little bit thicker on the outer part of my lash line, and then taper it like you would a winged liner to where it gets really skinny going towards the inner part of the eye. So I'm kind of barely touching the brush. I'm having some fallout again. It's fine. So again, build that up to whatever intensity you want. And then what I like to do is take what is left on the blender brush and blend that liner. Again, I'm just going for a very diffused look, so you don't have to do this part. If you like that sharp liner look, even with powder, then keep that, but I like to just blend it a little bit. So I just run this brush with no additional product on it over the liner and sort of blur it a little bit. And then if I get too much of it brushed away, I'll just go in and plop just a little bit more on top. But that's it. I'm just gonna take my brush and get rid of that excess. And that's it. So now all I have to do is my mascara. I am using the City Beauty Beyond Mascara. I did just do a Mascara Monday featuring this. This is brand new. If you're interested, I'll put the review in the description box if you missed that video on Monday. So I'm gonna put on my mascara, and then I have a powder foundation review that I'm going to be doing next, and it is of the powder foundation that I'm currently wearing right now, and it is the new Urban Decay Stay Naked The Fix. This is actually going to go up on Tuesday, so this will have gone up first. If you missed it, we'll also link that below in the description box. So if you have any questions about this eyeshadow tutorial, I feel like it's pretty straightforward, let me know. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. All products on the rest of my face, including what is on my lips, I will put in the description box for you. All right, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.